Hello friends, hope you are doing well. My name is Dr. Milind Shinde, MD Pediatrics from AIIMS Bhopal. So today in this video, I am going to talk about pediatrics as a branch. As a lot of students after their PG entrance examination considering pediatric as a branch for their post graduation, and they are very eager to know what are the pros and cons, what are the advantages and disadvantages and further career opportunities in this branch. So in this video, briefly, I'll talk about all these factors, and I will make you guys acquainted with the curriculum and what all things are there in the pediatrics. So talking about pediatrics as a branch, and we will talk about pros and cons and much more things about it. First line children are not miniature adults. That is often said that children are just like small adults. So everything that happens in adults, we can just give the half dose, or we can just think the same in the children. No, that's a very wrong notion and opinion. Children are entirely different from adults. They have a different problem, and it requires a different approach to treat them. So that is why there is a separate branch, which is a pediatric. Now, what is the rank needed for to get pediatrics? So, if you want in NEET PG, so to get a very good college in your state, you need rank within 2000 at least, or 1500. But as per the latest last year trend, if you are a category student, then you can get pediatrics up to even 4000, 4500. Till then, you can get the pediatrics. For INI seating, you can get up to 250. It depends on the number of seats, because when I gave my AIIMS entrance, that time in AIIMS Rishikesh, there was no seat of pediatrics. So that can happen. So plus minus 50 or 100 ranks you can see in case of INI. So what is syllabus and curriculum? So as a other MD, I mean programs we have, so it's for 3 years, and it is the pediatrics has two parts. One is pediatrics and one is neonatology. So you will be rotated through different disciplines. So in pediatric itself, we have OPD, where we will be treating patients on outpatient basis. Then we have ward, where we can admit the patient who require admission, and then there is a HDU and PICU. So PICU is a pediatric intensive care, in which we can admit the patients who require ventilatory support, or I mean very extreme management. Those are admitted in PICU. In neonatology also we have NICU, which is neonatal intensive care unit. Along with, we also have step down units where we have to keep the babies who are very severely ill. And then there is a postnatal ward where the baby who have just delivered, so they are just kept for the postnatal care to screen them for the jaundice and thyroid like things. So that is the basic distribution. So usually you have to read, pediatrics, general pediatrics, systemic pediatrics, and neonatology. So that is part. There are a lot of academic activities that happen, and we have to submit the thesis also at the end of our, to be eligible for MD exam. So that is basically overview of your syllabus and curriculum. So what are the duty distributions and duty hours? So guys, pediatrics is also considered as a quite a hectic branch, because you have to look after multiple things. Like you have to look after the PICU, you have to look after during your posting, you will be rotated through PICU. Like you will have 1 to 2 months of PICU posting, then ward posting, then OPD posting, and then neonatology posting. So such postings will be there. But when you have a night duty, then you will be during your day, you will be either in PICU or ward, whichever your posting is. And after, once your emergency hour starts, usually they are like after 5 p.m. in most of the hospitals. So you will have to look after all things like PICU, casualty also, whatever emergencies are coming to you have to look after NICU also, and the deliveries, you have to attend the deliveries also, normal deliveries and C-sections both. So that is usually a duty distribution, and how much duties you will have, that will depend on the number of PGs you have. Is it tough dealing with kids? Yes, it can be tough dealing with kids sometimes, but it's not always. I mean, once you start your posting, once you start your residence in pediatrics, it's get easier. Kids, like kids, even the resident are very anxious during their first interaction with the kids, and kids are equally anxious with their interaction with us at the first time. So you don't have to worry about that factor. Now let's come to the main part of our discussion. What are the pros and cons? So I will talk about the pros that are there. I will talk about these pros. So first, exposure to all specialties. Now, why I'm talking about this exposure? Because as compared to medicine, medicine has a developed super specialties. Like medicine, all super specialties like neurology, cardio, nephro, rheumat, everything has developed, and we have all the specialties in all the hospitals. So usually MD resident, they are rotated, and mostly what happens is these cases are mainly managed by this specialist in medicine. But in pediatrics, we get to manage all these cases as pediatric super specialties are yet to be developed. So you can manage all the cases on your level. You don't have to necessarily go toward the specialist every time. So that is what I feel one pros about pediatric, that you get to deal and handle all such cases. Second is maximum satisfaction as you add so many years to save life. Yes, you know, whenever you save a kid, like we get a lot of cases of decay and lot of cases in severe shock, the kids who are seriously ill. So these kids are just, like maybe 5-year-old, 10-year-old, or 7-year-old. So when you save their life, they have so much things to do. I mean, if they average, let's say, human live around 60, 70 years, so many years you add to the saved life. So your efforts, you get a maximum satisfaction whenever you save kid's life. When he smiles after he gets better, that is the maximum satisfaction as a pediatrician you get. So I think that is the most prolific thing about pediatrics. One more thing, what I like about pediatrics is your patient doesn't speak much. Like recently, I was posted in a adult COVID ward, and whenever I used to take rounds, so even the patient will complain about a lot of things which are not even health related. But in pediatrics, what I feel that at least your patient is with you. I mean, they understand. I mean, yes, it's difficult initially, but they don't, they're not, I feel they're not as annoying as the adult patients. Yes, kids can be annoying in the beginning, but later they become your friends. Then one pros, I feel that kids respond better to treatment as compared to adults. Yes, definitely. Even if you like, for an example, if you talk about leukemias in children have a much better prognosis as compared to adults. Also, for a lot of other things, kids definitely they respond better. So whenever whatever efforts you are putting, you get a very good output out of it. So that is what I feel as a pros as pediatrics. Another is there is no compulsion of going for super specialty. So if you see as of today, yes, there are a lot of super specialties developing in pediatrics also, but there is no compulsion as of now. I mean, you can practice very good as a general pediatrician, and you can manage most of the cases as general pediatrician. There is no need to go for super specialty. Nobody is going to force you. Even in the metro cities, general pediatrics are doing just fine. So don't worry. A lot of job opportunities. Yes, people will keep getting married and children will be there always. So pediatrician is something that will never go out of fashion. So there are a lot of job opportunities. And if you see the like if you complete your MD, if you see the SR seats, senior resident seats, like recently Delhi colleges had their recently seats out. So pediatric was one of the branch who had the maximum job opportunities. Like in AIMS itself, it has like around 20-30 SRs. Even big colleges in Delhi and like Mumbai, they take one of the maximum seats are available in pediatrics. So it's never really a problem with the job. And the last one, which I feel is it keeps your mind young as you're dealing with the young minds. So you're always young at your heart whenever you are doing your pediatrics job. So these are all about the pros. Then let's talk about the cons. So what I feel is one of the major is less money and recognition as compared to other branches. So most of us who wants to take pediatrics, like when I took my pediatrics, I was getting radiology also that time, but I wanted to be more clinician, so I opted for pediatrics. So what happens in pediatrics is if you compare with other surgical branches like radiology, dermatology, you might get less money because they are less paying jobs. But if you are a private practitioner, you can definitely make good money with pediatric. About recognition, definitely, like if you are a general, if you have completed your MD pediatrics or you are a cardiologist or neurologist, adult cardiologist, neurologist, sometimes you'll treat a very recognized person or someone like from the family. So you get that recognition. So in pediatrics, you save children, so your efforts are only recognized by the parents. But I think that is enough for me, and that should be enough for everyone as a doctor. So that is one con I feel that is there. As I said previously, yes, you can be friends with the kids, but dealing with kids can become difficult at times because sometimes some kids can be really annoying, and it becomes very difficult to convince them for the procedure or for the treatment. And it is a headache. It's a kind of really a lot of headache. Dealing with such children. So yes, that can be a problem, but you get used to it. You have to be there always, can't rely on anyone else. Yes, that is a very important thing about pediatrics. Whenever you are a resident, be it a junior resident or senior resident, you know what happens in like MD medicine or in other branches, you can rely on interns. You can rely on interns judgment, that okay, if they're telling you okay, that is the situation of the patient, and they themselves can do something. I mean, they can at least put IV line and start something. But pediatrics, it's not the case. Here the judgment has to be done by the pediatrics, because no one other than pediatrics can judge the condition of the child. So you have always to be, you have to be there all the time. So that is one thing about pediatrics. Then parents. So in pediatrics, more than patients, sometimes parents can be even more annoying and difficult to, I mean, deal with. So that is also the problem with pediatric, I feel. Then have to look after multiple areas at a time. So what I have seen with medicine over the last few years, that anesthesia has taken over the critical care. So that was the huge load that was on medicine's head, taken away by critical care. Also specialties are there now. Cardiac cases dealt by cardiologists, neuro cases by neurologists, but that's not case for the pediatrics. We have to look after multiple areas. You have to see dedicated OPDs, you have to see PICUs, and NICU is also added part. Like you are having a real tough time in pediatrics, I mean PICU, dealing with some serious patient, and suddenly you'll get a delivery call, and the baby will be in distress. So you have to give your best in multiple areas. That is also there, but actually it's, if you like, that adrenaline rush is what we used to enjoy. So I don't think that's a problem, but that is something that a lot of people can find difficult dealing with. Then there are difficult procedures on IV access. Yes, in pediatric, it sometimes it can be very difficult. It has happened with us also. It takes hour to secure IV access. We had to opt for interosseous accesses. So that can happen. Procedures can be difficult as compared to adults, because pediatric the size of the instruments and everything is very small. So that can be difficult to manage it. And last but not least, too much to read and remember. As you know, in pediatrics, we have to read the textbook of pediatrics plus neonatology, and there is a huge importance given to nutrition, development, and immunization, which is again a separate part. So that all you have to read and remember. Again, for the drugs and dosages, like in adult, we have a fixed doses about for everything, so you can directly give a fixed dose. But in pediatrics, you have to calculate everything based on age and as per the condition of the child. So that can be always difficult. So guys, these are all pros and cons about the pediatric branch. What I feel, that to do any branch, what you should have is the passion for the branch. You don't have to listen to anyone else. That because branch is something that is going to be with you for adult, I mean for forever. Also, there is one more pros I forgot to mention here, but once you do your pediatrics, you can be eligible for the adult DM branches also. So that is also there. Like after pediatrics, if you feel like no, you want to go for the adult branch, like adult cardiology or neurology, apart from gastroenterology, you can do most of the DM that is for the adults. So that is also one thing that you can do in pediatrics. So guys, again, I think it's a very satisfying branch, and there is no harm in going for it. You'll get everything that you have dreamed of with this branch. So I will just conclude that why I still continued with pediatrics with few lines that I had came across someday. So in the children, they are tiny humans. They play pretend. There is a fairy dust in their IV bags, and they cross their fingers and make wishes. And that makes them more resilient than adults. They recover faster and they survive worse. They believe. In pediatrics, we have miracles and magic. In pediatrics, anything is possible. So I'll leave choice up to you. And I wish you guys all the best. I hope this video helps you understanding these all points about pediatrics. So guys, take care and best wishes.